Stadium in Landover, Maryland. Tonight, we've got a good one. And the Washington Commanders. Tirico, Greg Oates, and welcome to this game. Jake Moody going to get it started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So the Broncos come out, and Greg, they are led by their QB of the future. Found their guy with the 6th quarterback selection in the 2024 draft. Second season now for Bo Nix.
Well, it didn't take long for Bo Nix to establish himself as a bona fide starter in this league, winning the position with the Broncos as a rookie. He has all the intangibles, but really what sticks out the most, Mike, is the amount of starts he made in college. It's kind of similar to Brock Purdy. Very experienced at the college level. Let's see how that carries over here to the NFL level. A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 9. A run with the Central Florida product, R.J. Harvey. And nothing doing there. Only back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be an early 3rd down coming up. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. He connects with Mims. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
And it'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. So here come the Commanders, and they are led by the Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2024. Greg, it was such a good rookie campaign for Jaden Daniels out of LSU.
When you think back over the last couple decades, Mike, I'm not sure there was a more impressive rookie NFL quarterback season than what we saw a year ago out of Jaden Daniels. Not only personally, the efficiency, the effectiveness, the explosiveness in production, but the ability to turn around a franchise in Washington that hadn't seen greatness and hadn't seen success in what seems like ages. Jaden Daniels, Dan Quinn, it is a new era of Washington Commanders football. And I'll tell you what, they got themselves to the playoffs a year ago. I wouldn't be shocked to see them playing in that NFC Championship game come the end of this season.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That's to the rookie out of Virginia Tech, Jalen Lane. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 71 yards. Touchdown, Washington. Now Jake Moody for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Commanders will take a 7-0 lead.
Commanders 7, Broncos 0.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. On behalf of Greg, myself, our entire crew, we hope you're having a great Thanksgiving. The NFL has done such a good job, not only in extending this Thanksgiving over the years to 3 games, but over the last few years specifically, really putting the focus on John Madden. What he meant to Thanksgiving, what he meant to football, including this game. The John Madden Thanksgiving celebration. Man, was a staple on TV, and we at EA Sports proud to do our part to honor John and keep his legacy going forever. He steers clear. First tackler working his way forward for a gain of about 4.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 6. From the shotgun, here's Nix. He'll take a shot with Mims. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there.
Automatic first down.
Handoff now for Harvey. And a nice game there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards.
At the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 2. Again, it's Harvey. Big opening up the middle. And he'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up 1st and goal.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs.
And he will dive into the end zone. Tyler Bidet. Touchdown, Denver.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike. The coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Deebo Samuel going to get a chance to return it. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Commanders offense ready for their 2nd possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. Start the drive with Kronsky Merritt. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
He's going to tuck it and go. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
A gain of 15 yards. That's another Washington first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
On the zone read, Krosky Merritt. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25. 20-yard pickup there. Good for a Commander's first down.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
On first down, it is back to Krosky Merritt. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
At the 19-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Look in the middle. He's got Ertz. And the Commanders are looking at a first and goal. He takes it all the way down to the 2.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
They'll motion over Samuel. Now Daniels going to give this forward to the receiver. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
Second and goal at the Broncos 3-yard line.
Second and goal. On the zone read, here's Daniels. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
It makes sense on second and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have third down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on third and goal.
Third and goal. It's Daniels. And he will get into the end zone. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Washington. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs could be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Makes the score. Commanders 14, Broncos 7.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. begin on the ground with Harvey. And he shows off those strong legs running through one tackle. Give him a gain of 8.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. A gain there of 16 yards. First down, Broncos.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
He was looking for Marvin Mims there, and that will lead to a second down. From the gun, that is a run with Harvard. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. 16-yard pickup on that one. Good for a Denver first down.
Broncos first down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Denver.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
On the zone read, this is Nix. And he'll give himself up here, but it's a gain of 5 on first down.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
On the give, this is Harvey. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up third down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
3rd and 2. Here we go. Here's Nix to throw. And he's in. Troy Franklin. Touchdown, Broncos.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Lutz for the extra point. It's up and through. Broncos will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. Samuel going to see what he can do. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Commanders' offense ready to take over possession of the football. They've been able to move the ball with relative ease. Their first couple of possessions, both ending in touchdowns. but still they find themselves tied as they start with the ball again here on first down. They'll go play action here with Daniel. That's McLaurin open on the left side. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That's good for 27 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Daniels going to keep it on the zone read.
You know, Mike, early in my time in Carolina, we were kind of on the forefront of this NFL zone read revolution. Cam Newton, one of the best to ever do it. I have seen up close and personal, when you run the zone read the right way, it is a nightmare for a defense to defend.
They'll motion over Samuel. On play action, Daniels. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
Work to do following the sack. And so, one quarter in the books on this Thanksgiving night. All even on the scoreboard. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Commanders with the football to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd and long ahead. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Down the right sideline. What about that? Out of bounds, all the way down inside the 15. A big play there for Washington. An even 40 yards.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football.
And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line. Zach Allen in there for the sack. Worked his way through. It's a loss of 5.
Well, that's certainly one way to bounce back here defensively after giving up a huge explosive play on the previous snap. To bounce back and come away with a sack. Now you find yourself in 2nd and long. You can catch your breath, and the opportunity to get off the field has just gone up.
On 2nd down, it's Daniels. Oh, fine work there defensively. Got that hand in there. That pass is incomplete.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
Third and long, and here's Daniels. That long, incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot, and now it is 4th down.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
A 34-yard attempt.
Moody's kick is good. And the Commanders move out in front. The new score, 17-14.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Moody comes back on the field after making the field goal. He's set to kick off. The return starts from the 5. Wow! He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense and running back R.J. Harvey heading back to the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll throw. It's Nix. He finds his tight end, Ingram. And he'll be driven out of bounds, and that's a pickup of 8.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
From the 33, here's 2nd and a yard. Mims sent in motion here. On the ground, this is Harvey. And he's going to get it. 1st down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll go play action with Nix. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down. Troy Franklin, the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Moving the tight end right. A run with Harvey. Oh! And drawing some oohs and ahs from the crowd. Sidestepping his way. Nifty gain of 9 there.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to him, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. To begin the drive, and it's Krusty Merritt. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4.
On the tackle. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6. The motion man here is McClure. Little quick pass to the receiver heading right.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. Throwing now, Daniels. A short one there. He's got Ertz. They'll get 19 out of that play. 1st down, Washington.
That's good for a Commanders 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
Off the play fake, here's Daniels. Forced out wide. He'll take off again.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 8. They'll motion over Samuel. Play action. Here's Daniels. Flush to his right. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. 25 yards. The pickup there. Good for a Commander's 1st down.
Anytime the quarterback has the ability to extend the play with his legs, it just puts so much pressure on the defense. Here you are thinking you have all the routes manned up, there's nowhere to go with the ball, and next thing you know, he breaks the pocket, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your
with a give to Krosky Merritt. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Harry, Warren, touchdown, Commanders.
All week we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But like the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time. And what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket. Let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
Moody now for the extra point. His kick is good. The Commanders go up by 10. 24-14 is their lead.
24. Broncos 14.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. The deficit is 10, 24-14. So work to do as they come up for 1st and 10. Drive starts on the ground, and this is Harvey. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
And this time, they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss, and it's second down. Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Nix. Open man downfield, it's Franklin. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
A gain of 22 yards.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
On the give, it's Harvey. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
At this point, we're going to need two hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second down and 4. Off the play fake, here's Nix. He'll get this one out to his fullback. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback, working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing, Nix. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Mikey Sainristil. And the Commanders are going to take possession.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping.
There's Terry McLaurin and the Commanders' offense heading out for their next possession. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with first down. Start the drive with Krosky Merritt. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
A quick slant on the money to McLaurin. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
3rd down and 3. Throwing is Daniels. Has his man. It's Samuel. And he'll be taken down at the 30. A big play there for Washington. A pickup of 44 yards.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Second and 1 now from the 21. Daniels quick to Debo. And he is out of bounds at the 4-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it 1st and goal. They'll motion over Samuel. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. He'll step up and, making guys miss. And he's in. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Washington. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
On is Moody to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Commanders add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead.
Broncos 14.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. On the return, here's Mims. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense and running back R.J. Harvey heading back to the field. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. He will air this out, looking for Sutton. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point on the sideline, Mike, it just has to feel like deja vu. I mean, really, the last 2 drives, same story. Continuing to drive, have something brewing, and then you just stall out in the exact same fashion. You can't put the ball in harm's way. You're not going to win a lot of football games if you do.
The Commanders' offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. Now Daniels. He runs with it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. D.J. Jones gets him for a loss of 4, and that'll set up 3rd down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they had a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Here's Daniels. He's got a man. It's McLaurin. That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight, and it gives the team a 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
This one batted away. It's incomplete. Good hands there in the end zone, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A bit of a risky throw here in the end zone, Mike, and those windows down here tight, they close so much faster in this part of the field. By the time he let it go, the defender was already in position and was able to make a play on the ball.
They motion the slot man left. Daniels to throw on 2nd down. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbound.
That's a gain of 7.
This is what,
and I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So that is what you want. I know sometimes it takes time, but they do get it right, and this call will stand. They'll empty out the backfield and line up for 3rd and 3. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot, and now it is 4th down.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd. By today's kicking standard, Mike, this is clearly a chip shot. I don't think there was a lot of question that he'd make this one. So nice job making sure you end the half on a high note, coming away with 3.
Just 8 seconds now until halftime, and the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in. And that'll It's an incompletion.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
He'll let it go deep left sideline. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. We welcome you. Of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Samuel, going to see what he can do. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. There's Terry McLaurin and the Commanders' offense heading out for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll motion over Samuel. They'll go play action here with Daniel. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniel. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Broncos offense and running back R.J. Harvey heading back to the field. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Here's Harvey. That's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7.
25 yards line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 25, here's 2nd and a couple. Again, it's Harvey. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
It's a loss of
2nd and 2. You're thinking, I got 2 downs to get 2 yards. How hard can that be? Well, against this defense, it turns out to be a big challenge. They take you back for a loss of 2. And now you find yourself on 3rd down.
third down. It is a run by Harvey. He's going to have enough for the first down and take this to the 30.
A gain of 6.
I think this is one of those play calls, Mike, that really just comes down to understanding your personnel. You realize, okay, your back is not one of those big bruising guys, run it up the middle on third and short. Instead, use the speed, use the vision, get him outside the offensive line, and let him find that space to pick up the first down.
On first down, they'll stick with Harvey. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 2. Play action now. It's Nix. That's swung out to Harvey. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing it. He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd down. A handoff as they try to run it here. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Nix from the gun on third down. That's the veteran linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
On play action, Daniels. And the throw left sideline caught. They rule incomplete. Couldn't keep the feet in. And it's 2nd down.
Brandon Jones on the cover.
Well, it's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline, and he just wasn't able to save the play.
The pressure too much, and he goes down. That's the Pro Bowler from a year ago, Nick Bonito, in for the sack. It is a loss of 8, and now it's 3rd down.
So after picking up some positive yardage on first down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
3rd and long, and here's Daniels. He's going to look for the home run ball, and he'll take it on in. Ja'Cory Merritt, touchdown, Commander. Moody now for the extra point. good. The Commanders will extend this third quarter lead.
41, Broncos 14.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. This will be returned from the 6. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Broncos offense and running back R.J. Harvey heading back to the field. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Now Nick's going to look to throw. Now they'll set up the screen for Harvey. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I can guarantee you that interception he threw on the previous drive, that's still in the back of his mind. You got to know when to take a chance, and you got to know when to just throw the ball away and live for the next down.
It's 3rd and 4. To throw is Nix. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. Force 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Here's Lane. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. That's where the offense will take over. The Commanders offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. He'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. On the give, Krosky Merritt, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
He's brought down at the 31. A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 13.
3rd and long. Off the zone read, Daniels gonna hang on to it. And that's not gonna do it. They'll get about 3, but it's 4th and long coming up.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short game.
The Commander about to send this one away as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. Fair catch made here. The drive will start at the 23-yard line. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll throw. It's Nix. Got a man over the middle. There's Sutton. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up second and 3 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here's second down and 3. Back to throw is Nix. That's going to be incomplete. Hubbard very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down. Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be third down. Here's Nix to throw. There's a short one taken by Ingram. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second and 8. Throwing is Nix. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. That's the veteran linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys first and 10 in the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
For the loss of a yard.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. That is caught side of the end zone. John Bates. Touchdown, Washington. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Moody's extra point is good. And the Commanders stretch things out even further.
Broncos 14.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Here comes a return from the 5. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Broncos offense headed back to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Now, a 2nd down throw for Nix. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Throwing. Nix. Oh, the ball's out. The Commanders come up with it. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop them with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they forced the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
On is Moody to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Commanders add on to their already sizable lead.
Makes the score. Commanders 55. Broncos 14.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. On the return, here's Mims. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one complete to Sutton. He's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 1. The 38-yard line.
2nd and a yard. Give now to Harvey, running right. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at that. Might have even lost a yard there.
Back's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this third quarter.
So here in the second half, it's obvious the offense finds themselves in a tough spot, trailing by this many points. But really what makes it difficult is when you have to operate, Mike, in a comeback situation where you have to air the ball out every single play, it stresses your offensive line, it stresses your quarterback, it stresses your playmakers. It is just a really difficult way to play offensive football in the NFL, and they've got to do it really for the remainder of this half.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thanksgiving night. And Sunday night primetime continues after this. Fourth quarter begins on the ground. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like we might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
On second down, it's Daniels. A dive and a catch. Incredible. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Washington.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field, and not only to make that catch, but to do it laying out. That's a big-time play to secure that one.
And they finally bring him down, but he gets it to the red zone. Brings it inside the 20. A big play there for Washington. 47 yards.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
Some good footwork there. He'll take this forward for a gain of 8.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
Here's 2nd and 2. And a run. Here's Krosky-Merritt. And he's in! Touchdown, Commanders. He had the touchdown catch earlier. This time he takes it in on the ground. Greg, in the end zone again. I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out for the win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
Moody now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Commanders will add one more onto their big lead.
62. Broncos 14.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. On the return, here's Mims. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense getting set to get back to work. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. That is brought in downfield by Sutton. And he will be out of bounds. There is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what that is all about. On first down, here's Nix to throw. To the left side, into the hands of Franklin. And he'll be ridden out of bounds after a gain of 6.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Off the play fake, here's Nix. To the goal line and in. Marvin Mims. Touchdown, Denver. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Here's Lutz now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Broncos cut into the lead a little bit.
62. Broncos 21.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Samuel going to see what he can do. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Commanders offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. A run to begin the drive, and it's Krosky Merritt. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 8. Right back to Krosky Merritt. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
At the 30-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? The motion man here is McLaurin. On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. That's swung out to Krosky Merritt. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense ready for this next possession. We'll go play action with Nix. Open man downfield. It's Franklin. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 33 yards. They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. They'll try to set up the screen here. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Good-looking screen play there. A gain of 11 and a first down.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight. They continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
It's a game of 8. Brings up second and 2. And the Commanders 20-yard line.
From the 20, here's second down and 2. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. That is caught at the 3. And he's in. Marvin Mims. Touchdown, Denver. That his second touchdown tonight.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there. Ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Lutz for the extra point. He's got it. Broncos will get just a bit closer.
Commanders 62. Broncos 28.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. This one taken at the 7. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. There's Terry McLaurin and the Commanders offense heading out for their next possession. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to Daniels with a give to Krosky Merritt. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
He's brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Second down, they need 7. That'll be taken in by Krosky Merritt. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Krosky Merritt. That's a gain of 6.
and 2. Here we go. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
In this defense, they just continue to put in a great night's work. I mean, Mike, you think whether it's been blitz scheme, stunts, whatever, you name it, this offensive line has had its hands full. They have allowed their quarterback to be hit way too many times.
The Commanders set to kick this one away. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Broncos offense and running back R.J. Harvey heading back to the field. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Now Nick's going to look to throw. That's caught left side by Ingram. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 40-yard line. That's the way to get started. A pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
Next way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
This back's been having his way all night long, Mike. Just a lot of room to operate. Great job by the offensive line all night long, but in this case, defense does their job. They're able to penetrate, get in the backfield, and take them down for a loss.
A run once more. That's Harvey. Up the sideline, past midfield. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. A pickup there of 25 yards. First down, Broncos.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs to kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
And he gets marked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. It's a gain of 34.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
And he's going to go backward, taken down at the 6.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
2nd and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line. From the shotgun, here's Nix. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's close to the goal line, but didn't get in. Good job to make sure he doesn't cross the plane. And now it's 3rd and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Tyler Bidet. Touchdown, Broncos. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening.
At this stage of the game, the score is really irrelevant. You want to try to build something positive towards the end of this game, and I think that score will help do just that.
Here's Lutz now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Broncos cut into the lead a little bit.
62. Broncos 35.
So now after the touchdown, Luck's going to send this one away. He fields it at the 8. Whoa! He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. There's Terry McLaurin and the Commanders' offense heading out for their next possession. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. The tight end Ertz in motion. Start the drive with Krosky Merritt. And a good piece of running there. He'll get about 9 yards past the 35-yard line.
37-yard line.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now, it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Krosky Merritt to run again. And he's going to have the first down. And that will not officially end it, but for all intents and purposes, they're going to be able to run the clock down from here.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
On first down, it is back to Krosky Merritt. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. So it's a win here for the Commanders. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Commanders are winners, as we say so long from just outside our nation's capital.